And welcome back to my channel. My name is Rusty, and this is my channel where I talk about my favorite movies, mostly horror, and my favorite music, mostly metal, and welcome to my October collection update. This is a video in which I show off and or talk about my any purchases for my collection, music or movie, film collection that I ordered and received in the month of October 2023. Yes, I am a month behind. I have November right there, which I will do soon, because we're already into December, and I've already got some stuff in for that. So we will start off with the Blu-rays, the DVDs as usual. This is a little Mission Impossible clone called Stratton that I really enjoyed, to the point where I went and found the Blu-ray. Yeah. So I liked it so much that I'm like, I would really like to. I just got it. I watched it. I'm like, I really like that. So I've already bought the Blu-ray, and it's coming in this month. This was a movie that was a good idea. This is some of that Wild Eye shit. It's not that I dislike Wild Eye. It's that I think Wild Eye does some things intentionally sometimes because they think it's cool. That there's a group of people out there who buy bad movies just because they're bad instead of being bad but good. And so I think they intentionally make stuff bad so that those people who buy bad movies that are just plain bad, not so bad it's good. I don't know. I think it's some kind of collection thing where these people think that I don't get it. This one had a really good idea. Some of it was really good. Some of it was really stupid. But in the end, I liked it. It was alright. It's called Gun Run. This is not available on Blu-ray unless you can find a bootleg of it somewhere. But this is less than zero. I really needed this so that I could do my high school festival with all the Molly Ringwald movies and 16 Candles and that's a festival that I'm planning where I get to do Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, Jawbreaker, Heathers, all of those really cool movies. So yes, I needed less than zero for that festival because I absolutely love this movie. Jamie Gertz. Robert Downey Jr. You know the score. This is Valley of the Dolls with Sharon Tate and Patty Duke Aston. Patty Duke, Sharon Tate. It's a really cool special edition. And yeah. I really wanted this after I saw, after I fell in love with that movie. The Sharon Tate movie, the horror movie that a lot of people hate, but I absolutely worshipped, adored it. The Haunting of Sharon Tate. So I really wanted to have this again. I used to have it. I couldn't find it. Obviously it tore up or something, was gone. This is a little horror movie called Cell Count. I really wanted me some of that. We'll see what that's like. This is an action movie. I actually wanted the Blu-ray, but Jesus Christ, the Blu-ray was like retarded. So, The Last Hunter is one of those cheesy 80s action movies that I like. So I'm really glad to have it. I don't know if I like it more than I remember. A horror western. You know how I love finding horror westerns. This is Ghosts of the Ozarks. We need more horror westerns, and there have been a lot more in the last few years, people making horror westerns. So I'm actually quite thrilled about that. That's Ghost of the Ozarks. And now we move on to Blu-rays. We will start with upgrades. These are movies that I already had in my collection on DVD, but wanted to upgrade them. We have Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. I love this movie. And yes, I wanted it on Blu-ray, so I upgraded it to Blu-ray. Of course, you can only get the unrated on the unrated uncut on DVD. So luckily, I already had it on DVD. I get to have the unrated. It's a shame that they didn't put the unrated on Blu-ray, or this release of it anyway. And we have Texas Chainsaw. Which is this? This is like the what? The 2008 one or the 12 one or something like that? Anyway, a lot of people didn't like it, but I do. I actually like the later ones better than the first three. So I don't no, calm down. I don't hate Texas Chainsaw 1, 2, and 3. I'm just saying I kind of prefer the later ones than I do the first ones. That's all I'm saying. But yes, that's Texas Chainsaw. I upgraded my Batman Forever to Blu-ray. Had it on DVD. Had to do some of my comic stuff. See? Had it on DVD. Now I have it on Blu-ray. Batman Forever. This is a really cool movie that I love. This is one of Tom Holland's first movies. It's called Pilgrimage. Very brutal. Very phenomenal. Absolutely love this movie. Like a medieval pilgrimage. But they fight some cool stuff. The Knights of the Templar. That's little Tom Holland right there. Yes. I upgraded my DVD of I Sell the Dead. Comes with a comic book. I actually kept my DVD release in its own packaging because it too has the comic book, and of course they're different sizes, being DVD and Blu-ray. So yes, I Sell the Dead. I absolutely love this movie. I Sell the Dead. This is Joe Pesci and Dame Helen Mirren in This Is So Funny. It's so action-packed. It's so cool. It's Love Ranch. Excuse me. But yes, when I saw the opportunity to get this on Blu-ray and upgrade my DVD, I jumped. Joe Pesci, Dame Helen Mirren, Love Ranch. This is the remake of Straw Dogs, which I absolutely love. I had the British release. This is the American Blu-ray release. So, I love the original. I love the remake of Straw Dogs. So I upgraded it. And finally got around to upgrading Gangs of New York to the new remastered one. Yes. So I love Gangs of New York. Finally got around to upgrading it to Blu-ray. Now, I've talked. I've run my mouth way too much tonight. I know there's people out there going, is there any other time? Isn't that every day that you do that? Yeah, it is. Now we're moving on to Blu-rays that I have never had in my collection before, and that was pretty, usually I have more upgrades than I do regular ones, but this time, no. This is Bone Cold. This is a horror movie in a military setting, and it's very supernatural. Freaky deaky. Bone Cold. I've wanted that for quite a while. This is Wakewood. As you can see, I tackled Hamilton books. They are such a good place to get some really good horror movies. This is Plague Town. The trailer was absolutely fantastic looking. Try to scoot forward so that I can show them better. Ted K. Unabomber. Half of it's fiction. It's not really accurate too much, but it makes a cool movie, which is the point. Ted K. in a slipcase. This was hilarious. I loved this movie. This was War Dogs. If you haven't seen it, you really should. It is based on a true incident, but I absolutely loved it. Jonah Hill. War Dogs. Ain't Them Bodies Saints. Casey Affleck. I think I got 2 of his movies. Never had these 2. And Every Breath You Take in the slip. Every Breath You Take, Casey Affleck. I mean, I'm not like a super fan of his, but he's okay. This is a creepy movie, really cool. Little artsy fartsy movie called Sundown. Heard a lot of good things about it. Dexterity. Sundown on Blu-ray. And this is IFC Midnight. Scream. The Pact. Yes, sir. Nice. Nice. Okay. The Demolisher. Me running across a Vengeance movie is always a day to smile. The Demolisher. We're going to be getting some sweet candy cold Vengeance and another one called M.F.A. What's that, Eastwood girl? M.F.A. Another tale of sweet revenge. Cold in July. I know you're like, what does he keep moving for? I keep moving for because I keep moving for because what kind of grammar is that? I keep moving because I have a new cushion underneath this chair and my butt cannot get used to it. I don't know. Cold in July. And I also keep trying to get close enough to show these. My heart can't beat unless you tell it to. I absolutely love this movie. I've already done a video on it. Bad Impulse. Paul Sorvino. It's like one of his last movies. I always loved him. And I liked his daughter too, Mira Sorvino, till she went with all of this really white right-wing crappy weirdo movies that she makes now. But Bad Impulse, Paul Sorvino. It's a little horror home invasion type movie. And here we have Candy Corn. Absolutely loved this movie. I've also already done a video on this, which is something that you say when you're a month behind in your updates. Some little yuppie hell movie, Nighthawks. This is supposed to be like a really good, gory, Silence of the Lambs type movie. The unrated director's edition of Cut Off. Something about a surgeon is like doing an autopsy on a patient and he finds a note in the guy's brain or in the person's brain that's actually a threat against his daughter or something. It's really weird. Broadcast signal intrusion. I believe this is a sort of kind of, not a found footage, but it's kind of a quasi found footage film. But I actually read really good things about it. I actually prefer Jim Carrey's dramatic stuff than his comedy stuff, to be honest. This is the number 23. Is it this? The unrated one? Yes. The number 23. One of those you figure it out films. This was Hatchet 3. It's like finally to find it at a decent price. So I've got 1, 2, and 3 now. I still need to get the other one. But at least I'm closer to having them all now. Uncut and unrated. And yet it's still only, 22 minutes or some shit like that. But whatever. This is, I've been waiting to get this at a decent price too. Because I usually prefer to buy brand new. So waiting for this to come down a little bit. But I finally got the menu for my very own. You know, plus I usually want them on brand new because I want the digital code. And you can, if you don't care about the digital code, I like my digital collection. I just don't rely on my digital collection. I want physical. But if you're going to give me an extra one for my digital collection, I'll take it. So, yeah. This is It Stains the Sands Red. This is such an amazing, amazing, amazing movie. I have also already done a video on this. If you would like to see and laugh at me laughing at it, I loved this movie. This is Orphan First Kill. And what was weird about it is I had to turn around and order the first one. I had the first one on DVD, and I got this one on Blu-ray, so I'll have to see if I can find the first one on Blu-ray to upgrade it. But Orphan First Kill in the slip. Russell Crowe, The Pope's Exorcist. I heard they were making a sequel. I haven't seen this yet, but I heard it was really good. Finally, a rated R exorcism movie. I hate PG-13, you just don't know. I wish, they had never, ever fucking even made that damn thing. That rating. Anyway, let me stop. Mara. I really wanted this, so I was glad to finally get my hands on this. Supernatural thriller. Supernatural horror. Mara. And this was pretty cool. This is the box set King of Horror collection. I got the 4 one because I didn't need the other one. This actually struck 3 movies off my list. I did not have The Shining on Blu-ray. I did not have Cat's Eye on Blu-ray. And I did not have the original Stephen King's It, the miniseries, on Blu-ray. I do have them all on DVD, but I did not have them on Blu-ray. This sweet little box set has all of them. So I finally got The Shining, Cat's Eye, and the original It on Blu-ray, and an extra copy of Salem's Lot, which I already have on Blu-ray. That is definitely a nice little box set to, finish off your Stephen King collection. It's a good way to do it. I understand there's a part 2 that has other movies. I've got all them. And it's got, you can get the whole 8. So you can get 1, you can get 2, and you can get both. So I only needed this one because of those 3. It, Cat's Eye, and The Shining on Blu-ray. That's cool. It's a nice little box set. You can get it from Hamilton Books for $10. yeah, they're all on their own discs. They stack them instead of flow them, but you know, whatever. I'll see if I can find an extra Blu-ray case that's nice little box set. Okay, moving on to a little bit more special stuff. Here we have Intruder, the director's cut. Who did this? Synapse? Yeah. Synapse Films. This is Intruder, the fantastic, wonderful slasher. And I got the director's cut. That is great. The Vestron collection. Patrick Swayze, Still Dawn. Excellent. With slipcase. Very happy to have that. And the 4K Blu-ray digital combo of the Hellboy remake, reboot, really, yeah, it's not a remake, it's a reboot, with Mila Jovovich. Some people like it, some people didn't. But I got the 4K Blu-ray digital combo for a very reasonable price. So, that was pretty cool. Now, we'll finish up with my still books. We have Batman Returns. That's cool to have. Batman Returns. Nice little still book. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the 25th anniversary still book. Who can't look at Matthew Broderick for a couple of hours and not be happy? Come on. I really like the still book. I really like having this movie finally. I mean, I believe it's overhyped. I don't think it's like super great. But it's... What did I just say? I just want to look at Matthew Broderick for 2 hours. Get over it. It's alright. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Still book. This was pretty cool. I ran across this. Now, I already had... Oh, and all of those came with digital codes that worked. This is the Schwarzenegger double feature. Wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's cool. The light is so bad I can't see. What is this? Either way, it's a double feature. This is the slipcase. That's Total Recall. That's the Terminator 2. The digital codes, the Total Recall is fine, of course, but the Terminator 2, the digital code is only for the theatrical cut, and who the fuck would watch that? However, the disc itself is the special edition, the director's cut. So you get this, which I already had on Blu-ray, but I did not have Total Recall on Blu-ray. I do have the cool Mars, the cool round Mars packaging of the DVD. It's just a little round tin that's, I've got it over there. I should have got it so I could show it, but I have never had Total Recall. So you get Terminator 2 Judgment Day, and you get Total Recall. You get them both. And one, like I said, I already had, but Total Recall. But it's a beautiful little steelbook. And it came with a very cool lenticular case. Turn it one way and it's Total Recall. Turn it the other and it's... Yes, that's just neat as fuck, isn't it? Now this is the Rob Zombie Halloween. The Rob Zombie Halloween. I already had them on DVD, of course, but now I have them on Blu-ray. Welcome to The Price is Right. So that was really cool to finally have them on Blu-ray, the unrated director's cuts of them. And that's Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2 in this beautiful little steelbook. So that was cool. I really loved it. I'm very, very glad. I've wanted them on Blu-ray for a long time and they were so hard to get. So finally being able to get Halloween 1 and 2 from Rob Zombie, both the unrated director's cuts, is very, very cool. And the digital codes were only for the theatrical versions, but they worked. And as I've said earlier, right now, currently, this is my favorite steelbook. Art-wise, this is my favorite steelbook. This is by nowhere near my favorite movie. However, that piece of shit did get a triple dip from me because of doing this beautiful thing. And that is Rob Zombie's 31. I absolutely love this steelbook. This is one of my more favorite movies of his. There's some I like and some that I don't like. But this is up there with the Halloweens. I really like 31. And it comes with this transparent slipcase. And this is the actual steelbook itself, the artwork of the steelbook itself. I don't know why. I just like, this is just it's my favorite steelbook artwork wise of all the steelbooks that I have. I just love this picture, the picture of that badass vehicle. So that's the front, and then when you take it and you put this back on it, so yeah, this is my favorite steelbook, art-wise. And yes, that is it. So we have my beautiful steelbooks, Batman Returns, 25th remaster, 25th anniversary remaster of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the Arnold Schwarzenegger double feature of Total Recall and Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the Rob Zombie Halloween 1 and 2 double feature to finally get them on Blu-ray, the unrated versions, and Rob Zombie's 31 steelbook. And that will do it. I will see you in the next thing I do. Love you, miss you. Bye-bye. Always remember and never forget. Let me know. No. Always remember and never forget, you're a very, very special person. No matter what anybody says, if they say different, they're lying. Now I can say. If you have any of these, have any thoughts on any of these, please let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next. Love you, miss you, bye-bye. What is that? I don't know.